Let's be real, Black Friday and Cyber Monday can break or make your entire year. They are the biggest revenue opportunities of the year. Yet most e-commerce brands screw them up. They wait too long to prepare, they roll out sloppy discounts, and they send a couple of rushed emails and then wonder why results fall flat. If you want this Black Friday to be your best one yet, you need a plan. And that's exactly what this video is going to give you. A complete step-by-step playbook on how to structure your offers, prep your campaigns, fix your deliverability, schedule your emails and SMS, update your flows, and even what to do when Black Friday and Cyber Monday is over. So grab a cup of coffee because we dive deep. And by the way, if you want to download this full guide for 100% free, click on the link in the description and you can follow along. So what are we going to discuss today? So first of all, the 5 most important things for Black Friday success. What offers to use and when to use them. How to prepare in Q3 and Q4 right before Black Friday. Your campaign strategy before Black Friday, the exact Black Friday and Cyber Monday framework and schedule, how to update your flows for maximum revenue, and what to do after Black Friday and Cyber Monday. So let's dive into it. But first, a really important disclaimer. Don't wait too long. And this is the #1 mistake I see e-commerce brands make. They wait until November until they get started on their Black Friday plans. And by then, it's just simply too late. If you want the best results, you should start your Black Friday preparation in Q3. That's when you fix your email deliverability. That's when you finalize your offers. And that's when you start warming up your email list. So don't wait until the last minute because it will cost your e-commerce brand a lot of revenue. With that being said, let's talk about the 5 most important things for a successful Black Friday and Cyber Monday this year. This is all about offers, email deliverability, your campaign strategy towards Black Friday, the campaign strategy during Black Friday, and the flow strategy during Black Friday. So let's go through them step by step. First of all, your offers. The single biggest driver of success during Black Friday is your offers. If your offers aren't good, your results aren't going to be good either. So notice that I said offers, plural. So you don't just need one offer. And this is one of the mistakes I often see. People just put a 20% discount out of there for the whole Black Friday season. But you should keep in mind that Black Friday is not longer a single day. First it was just Friday, then it became the whole weekend, then we had Cyber Monday, and nowadays some brands start running deals as soon as the beginning of November. So they're just running for the entire month. Here's my advice, based on the experience that I had in the past 7 years with my agency. Don't start that early. So don't start in the beginning of November. Because if you start discounting on November 1st, by the time Black Friday finally arrives, your customers are already numb of all the discounts that you gave them. So the sweet spot is to start somewhere to 1 to 2 weeks before Black Friday. That seems to be getting the best results. That's when you kick things off. It gives you enough runway to generate massive revenue without burning your audience out. And here's the magic trick. You want to basically have 3 offers for the entire event. You want to have an early access deal for the week or 2 weeks before Black Friday. You want to have a Black Friday deal for the Black Friday weekend. And you want to have a Cyber Monday deal for Cyber Monday. And that's it. So 3 distinct offers let you build urgency multiple times during the whole event without overwhelming your customers. So if you roll out a new deal every single day, and that's also something that we see a lot with some e-commerce brands, especially the bigger e-commerce brands, people just simply get confused because one day you get a discount, but people might think, okay, but tomorrow there's a new discount and it might be better. So people are just holding off, and in the end, they basically skip your e-commerce brand and go to one of your competitors. So that's why I'm not a big fan of daily deals during the Black Friday season. We just have 3 offers for 3 events during the Black Friday season. So what kind of offers work best? So there are a ton of options out there, but after running Black Friday sales for over 95 e-commerce brands in the past 7 years, these are the top 6 offers that I would recommend to e-commerce. So first of all, we have the good old site-wide discount. So the classic 20% off everything. Simple, it's easy to understand, and it's effective. Number 2, the tiered discount. Spend more, save more. That's the angle. So for example, 10% off above $50, 20% off above $100, 25% above $150. And this works especially well if your AOV is higher or if you want to push your AOV. Number 3, the product discounts. Discount select products. No code needed, and you can position position it as up to 40% off. Next up are the bundled discounts. So you create special Black Friday bundles at a discounted price. Again, this works super well to increase your average order value. The next type of discount is the buy one, get one deal. So it's a powerful tool for, again, boosting the order volume and clearing your inventory. So let's say there's a product that you want to get rid of in your inventory, then it's a really good idea to have a buy one, get one deal on this one. And the last one, which is super popular in 2025, is the store credit discount. So instead of saying 50% off, you give a dollar amount in credit. So for example, this can be $12.95. And again, in 2025, this is absolutely killing it for e-commerce brands, especially when you make this like a plain text email. So instead of positioning it as a discount, you position it as a store credit in their account. While in reality, it's just a discount of $12.95. So these type of discounts keep things exciting without overcomplicating things. And now you might wonder, okay, you gave me 6 types of discounts. When should I use what type of discount? Well, let's go through it. First of all, your early access deal. So again, this is the 1 or 2 weeks before the real Black Friday event. So the offer for this week or these 2 weeks leading up to Black Friday, you can either send it to your entire email list, or you can target specifically to your VIPs or customers only, or you can have like a specific sign-up form where people can sign up for your early access deal. Or of course, you can make a combination of it where first you just send it to your VIPs and later early access deal goes open for everyone. Key thing for the early access deal is that you don't want to give away your best offer yet, like a warm-up for the real Black Friday event. Instead, you want to focus on convenience and urgency. Guarantee that everything is still in stock. People get faster shipping because it's before the real Black Friday season, and just in general less stress because people will have their gifts in time before the holiday season. So those angles work really well for your early access deal, and then you can combine it with a discount. Type of discounts that work really well for early access deal are the product bundles, the store credit, or also the buy one, get one deal. So these are not your best offers, but they work really well with the angles that I just mentioned. Then we have your Black Friday deal. So this is your hero offer. You have to pull out your biggest discount of the entire event. So the deal should run from Black Friday through Cyber Monday. And you want to keep it simple, just a site-wide discount. So 30 to 40% off if your margins allow it, of course. So it's straightforward, it's easy to understand, which is critical because your customers will likely be bombarded with emails during the whole weekend, and they'll get offers from different directions. So the key thing is to keep it simple. You don't want to pull off like tier discounts or something like that, because it takes people more time to like process what your offer is about. During Black Friday, people don't have the time, people don't have the bandwidth because they're overwhelmed with all these emails during that weekend. And you have to remember that your Black Friday deal is not about maximizing your profits. This is just about acquiring new customers for your store with an offer that makes sense for your customer lifetime value. And I see this go wrong all the time. People think that Black Friday is all about profit. Of course, you want to make some profit, but the key thing is to acquire new customers to get them inside your ecosystem. And then after Black Friday, you can turn the new first-time buyer into a second-time buyer at the full price and get them even more excited within your store. That's the goal that you want to have with Black Friday. Now, let's talk about Cyber Monday. So after the Black Friday weekend, it's time for one last push to peak again with Cyber Monday. So you've already used a buy one, get one deal, or a store credit deal, or a discounted bundle, and you already used a site-wide discount for Black Friday. So now it's time to switch things up. Cyber Monday, go with either a tier discount or with product-specific discounts. Or if you position yourself as a small personal business, send out a plain text store credit email. The key is to position this offer as even better what you had on Black Friday. So for example, if your Black Friday deal was 30% off site-wide, you want to position your Cyber Monday deal as up to 40% off. So it sounds like a better deal, while in reality, of course, it's just on selected products or with bundles. And this strategy keeps your audience engaged and creates the urgency act before the event ends. And all in all, the goal of having 3 different offers is first of all to make sure that if someone didn't like your first and second offer, that they might like your third offer. That's goal 1. But the second goal that you have is that, let's say someone has bought your early access deal, and normally if that would be your only deal for the whole event, people wouldn't buy anymore. But now they get a second offer and a third offer, and they might buy 2 times during the whole Black Friday season, where normally with just one offer, they're way more likely to just buy once because the offer doesn't change. So those are 2 good reasons to have 3 different kind of offers during this Black Friday season. Now, let's talk about the second most important thing for your Black Friday results, which is your email deliverability. And I know this is not a sexy subject, but it is super important for a successful Black Friday event. So first off, what do we mean by email deliverability? So email deliverability refers to how well your domain's reputation is with inbox providers like Gmail and Outlook. Your domain and your IP has a solid reputation, your emails will land in the primary inbox or the promotions tab. And if your reputation is poor, your emails are likely to end up in the spam folder. Of course, this is always important, but during Black Friday, this is even more important because you do not want your emails to land in the spam folder, because that means that people won't open it. They will open the emails of your competitors, which are landing in the primary inbox. So you want to make sure your email deliverability is optimized. So your reputation is based on your sending history. So if a lot of your emails currently are landing in the spam box and have low engagement, and then they will keep landing in the spam box also during Black Friday. That isn't gonna change magically. So you have to break the cycle if your emails are currently landing in the spam box to improve your email deliverability over time. And that's why it's so important to start your Black Friday preparations in Q3 already. So why is email deliverability so important again? So one of the golden rules of email marketing is to only send emails to engaged subscribers. That's something that I always preach on this YouTube channel. However, Black Friday is a different game. So during Black Friday, you're going to break every normal email marketing rule. So you will send multiple emails per day. You will email your entire list, including unengaged subscribers. You will send daily campaigns instead of your usual 2 to 3 emails a week. So that's why your email deliverability needs to be rock solid before you head into the Black Friday event, because this aggressive approach which you will have during Black Friday can destroy e-commerce brands with a poor email reputation. Let me paint you 2 scenarios. Brand A has a terrible email deliverability going into Black Friday. They blast through their entire email list with amazing offers, but their emails go straight to spam. They miss out on the open rates, clicks, and sales while watching competitors succeed. And now you have scenario 2 with Brand B, who spent months building pristine email deliverability. So when Black Friday hits and they emailed their entire email list, yes, their email reputation takes a small hit, but their emails are still landing in the primary inbox and in the promotions folder. So their open rates stay high, the emails get read, and most importantly, their sales come in through while the competitors' emails are trapped in the spam folder. So of course, we all want to be Brand B, right? If you want to be Brand B, you need to start building your email reputation right now. So how to improve your email deliverability before Black Friday this year? Step 1, only send to engaged people. So in Q3, you want to stop sending any emails to your entire email list. Focus on sending emails only to your engaged subscribers. Stick to those who have interacted with your emails or with your website within the last 30 to 90 days, depending on the size and the activity of your email list. The goal is to make sure that the open rates of your email campaigns are above 50%. If it's above 50%, in general, that means that you don't have major email deliverability issues. Plus, if your open rates are above 50%, your email reputation will improve, which means that inbox providers like Google and Outlook are more likely to place your emails in the primary inbox or the promotions tab instead of the spam folder. So over here, you see an example of a 90 days engaged segment. Basically, we take all the email and website activity metrics like opened email, clicked email, placed order, checkout started, added to cart, viewed product, active on site at least once in the last 90 days. And of course, person can receive email marketing. And that's how simple you can build the 90 days engaged segment, and you can make this for 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. And then based on the open rates that you'll get, you can decide which segment to use. Second step is to get rid of bounced emails and people who've marked your emails as spam. So again, in Q3, you are focusing on sending emails only to those who are engaged with your emails or your website. But when Black Friday is there, you want to send to your entire email list, as I mentioned before. So it's important to manage your email reputation carefully. And one way to protect your email deliverability is by suppressing 2 key segments. First of all, we have the bounced emails. And with bounced emails, we have 2 types of bounces. We have hard bounces and soft bounces. Hard bounces means that these email addresses are permanently unreachable, whether due to a typo, a deactivated account, or an invalid domain. Then we have these soft bounces. So these are temporary issues. So this can be a full inbox, a server outage. And while soft bounces may resolve themselves since it's temporary, you still want to clean up your email list regularly to avoid the soft bounces piling up your email list. This is an example of a segment that I like to use within our agency. Person has bounced email at least 4 times overall time where bounce type equals soft, or person has bounced email at least once overall time where bounce type equals hard, and person can receive email marketing. So what you want to do right now and before the Black Friday season starts, you want to exclude or suppress this segment from your email list. And by default, you want to exclude this segment from every single campaign that you send now, during Black Friday and after Black Friday. This should be one of your default exclusion segments. Second segment is the marked as spam emails. So simply, this segment includes people who have marked one of your emails as spam before. So that means in their inbox, your emails are landing in their spam folder. You don't want to email them. So simply what you do, you make a segment. Person has marked email as spam at least once overall time, and person can receive email marketing. The same story as with the previous segment. You want to suppress this segment right now, right before Black Friday, and you want to have this as a default exclusion segment in all of your email campaigns throughout the year. Why does this matter so much? Sending emails to people who've flagged you as spam will significantly damage your email deliverability. So keep in mind, you are Gmail and you see that someone has marked the email of brand A as spam. Now brand A continues sending them emails. What will Gmail think? Okay, this is probably a bad company. That's not what we want. Since we're already pushing the limits by sending to unengaged subscribers and sending multiple emails a day during Black Friday, the least that we can do is suppress those 2 segments. And that's why it's so important to do. And how can you suppress those segments? It's simple. In your Klaviyo account, you go to list and segments, you search for the segment, you hit the 3 dots to open this menu, and you click on suppress current members. Super easy nowadays. Step 3 to improve your email deliverability is to send frequent emails. And a common mistake, especially made by smaller e-commerce brands, is thinking that sending multiple emails per week will spam their audience. And trust me, I hear this all the time on sales calls. In reality, opposite is true when it comes to your email reputation. So to improve your email deliverability, you must send emails frequently. Consistency is key. Aim to send at least 3 emails a week and make sure that your open rate stay above 50%, as I mentioned before. Not only will this boost your email reputation, but it's also the best way to keep your brand top of mind for your audience. Keep in mind, people get a ton of emails every single day. So you need frequent touch points to stand out from your competitors. So if you only send 1 or 2 emails a week or even less to your audience, they're just simply more likely to forget about your brand. Think about it. If you only get 1 email per week from a brand, for example, on a Sunday, on Tuesday, you already forgot about your brand, or Monday morning, you already forgot about the brand. But if you send 3 to 4 emails a week, you're way more likely to have this brand in your head when you need that brand or when you need a product from the brand. So when they see your emails less frequently, they may view them as spam simply because they don't know your brand well enough. Plus, and this is super important with Black Friday, imagine what happens if you do not send emails consistently before Black Friday, and then suddenly Black Friday arrives, you start sending daily emails. As you can imagine, inbox providers like Gmail are way more likely to send your emails to the spam box, because before you were sending only 1 email per week and now you're sending daily emails. That's not sending a good signal to the inbox provider. Getting and maintaining a strong email reputation, it requires consistency. 3 to 4 email campaigns per week. That's all you need. You don't just need a few single high open rate emails. You need that consistency to build that email reputation and to improve your email deliverability. So keep your frequency up and your open rates high to build and maintain that positive email deliverability and email reputation heading into Black Friday. Now let's talk about the campaign strategy before Black Friday. A super important subject. And this one is pretty simple. Stop discounting after Labor Day. If you keep running fall sale, Halloween sales, October discounts, etc., then when Black Friday hits, customers don't feel the urgency anymore to buy from your brand. So here's the strategy that I would recommend. Labor Day is your last discount before Black Friday, and from there until November, run only non-discounted email campaigns. Think of fun, engaging, and valuable content. Testimonial, behind the scenes, product features, brand stories, press mention, bestsellers, new arrival, how to use your product guides. Send them 3 to 4 times a week, as I mentioned before. Short, snappy, entertaining, and that's it. Keep in mind, People are not sitting quietly analyzing the emails that you send them. They're simply skimming while they're multitasking and doing a lot of other things while they're watching your emails. So you want to keep it simple, you want to keep it fun, and you want to make sure that they keep opening your emails. And the only way to do that is by making sure they like your email. Otherwise, they're not going to open your emails anymore. And that way, when Black Friday hits, they are primed and they are ready to buy from you. So let's break it down with 2 scenarios. Scenario 1, you continue running sales events, a fall sale, a Halloween sale throughout Q3 and early Q4. Your customers are getting constant discounts. 20% off here, 20% off there. By the time Black Friday comes around, they're used to seeing deals from your brand and the urgency isn't just there anymore because they already bought from you. Now we have scenario 2. You make Labor Day your last big sales event. It's a big hit, and after that you shift your focus to non-discounted email campaigns leading up towards Black Friday, Cyber Monday. Instead of flooding your audience with sales, you focus on building engagement. And by the time Black Friday arrives, your audience is eager and ready to jump on your deals. So which scenario will drive bigger sales during Black Friday? Of course, scenario 2. So the strategy here is to focus on non-discounted email campaigns that engage your email subscribers. You want to build anticipation so that when Black Friday finally arrives, your audience is excited and more than ready to buy from you. So how to build engagement with non-discounted email campaigns? I know this is something that a lot of e-commerce brands are struggling with, but actually it is pretty simple. You want to focus on delivering value, entertainment, and keeping your emails short, sweet, and easy to digest. So remember, here's what happens when people open your emails. 43% of those people are multitasking, so they're scrolling Instagram simultaneously. 31% of them are on their phone while watching television. 28% are between other activities like gym, commute, the bathroom, and 22% opened it by accident and immediately moved on. So this is super important to realize. And I mean, nobody is sitting in a quiet room analyzing your emails and analyzing every word of your marketing. Nobody is doing that. They are skimming at best. People are busy, their inboxes are full, and their attention spans are short. So you need to make your content quick, engaging, and valuable. So here are a few types of email campaigns that you can send. Think of testimonials, user-generated content, press mentions, media publications, blog or article highlights, research highlights, myths debunked, frequently asked questions, trending products, best-selling product, new arrivals, staff picks, back in stock, bundles, essentials, a gift guide, the gift yourself angle, a feature highlight, a benefit highlight, the us versus them angle, the problem solution angle, before after angle, behind the scenes, how to use your product, how's your product made, tips and tricks, sneak peeks, recent developments, brand USPs, brand story, the founder story, and meet the team. So there are a lot of different angles that you can use to basically send out engaging fun emails without using discounts. And over here you see a couple of examples of what you can send in Q3/Q4. Like over here, pumpkin spice with a twist, make your mocktail now. So just a simple recipe for this tea brand. Or how about this brand? It's National Rum Day, let's party. So again, a simple recipe that's related to this brand. Another example, a behind the scenes email, crafted for comfort, wrapped with love. How about how they pack orders? So people love to see behind the scenes. Another example, a spa evening just for you. How to create a cozy spa evening at home. So again, a fun, engaging email with just a few tips. So all in all, it's pretty simple. You want to send out 3 to 4 email campaigns per week. You want to focus on the campaign ideas I just mentioned. You want to make Labor Day your last sales event before Black Friday. You want to send fun emails, educational emails your audience likes to open. And when Black Friday is there, they have their wallets already open for you. Now, let's dive into the Black Friday, Cyber Monday framework. So we are going to build out an email and SMS schedule. So here's the truth. Inboxes are war zones during the Black Friday weekend. So if you send 1 or 2 emails, you're invisible. During Black Friday, the usual email marketing rules go out of the window. So here's what you need to know. Normally, we never suggest sending multiple emails a day. Now we do. Big days like Black Friday and Cyber Monday, we recommend sending up to 3 emails a day. Normally, we don't send multiple text messages per day. Now we do. Normally, we don't send emails every day. Now we do. Normally, we don't email the entire list at once. Now we do. So our sending frequency will go up massively. And the reason is that people's inboxes are flooded with messages. And to stay top of mind, you must increase your email frequency. And that's why you need to crank up your sending volume to 2 to 3 emails per day and even include text messages, which is like super effective right now. So yeah, you heard that correctly. we need to bump up sending volume only during this Black Friday season, of course. So this is the proven framework for 2025. See the calendar over here. So Black Friday, it starts on the 28th of November. And in this framework, we start the early access deal on the 17th of November. So like almost 2 weeks before Black Friday. This gives us enough time to get people to buy with the early access deal. And this also makes sure that we're not already sending daily emails during the early access deal, but we can like spread out the emails a little bit more. And then we have the Black Friday weekend, of course, and then we have Cyber Monday. One thing that you'll already notice, Cyber Monday, of course, is on the 1st of December. We keep continuing the Cyber Monday emails on Tuesday and Wednesday. This is something that we've tried out last year and it seems to work really, really well. We already started with extending the sale on the Tuesday because a lot of e-com brands stop on the Tuesday, but now we notice that a lot of brands are also using the Tuesday. So now we're extending to until the Wednesday, and this is getting like absurd results for our clients in the previous year. So we do expect that this year more e-commerce brands are doing this, but it gets super high returns. So over here you can see like a full rundown of what we're sending when. I'm not going to go through this like step by step because then this video will be super long. Again, you can download this guide for 100% free with the link in the description, and then you can take a look exactly what to send and when to send it to what email segment. So you can see a full rundown of this framework. As you can see in here, it's super in-depth and shows you exactly what to send and when to send it. So again, you can download this guide for 100% free with the link in the description. So to summarize, we want to create 3 different offers: early access, Black Friday, Cyber Monday. This way you can use urgency 3 times and spark new interest with new offers. Sometimes someone might not like your Black Friday deal, but they do like your Cyber Monday deal. Or even better, someone buys your early access deal and your Black Friday deal. We want to boost your email frequency. So we're sending 2 to 3 emails a day on most days. And you have to do this during Black Friday. Otherwise, your audience will forget about you during those days. We want to include text messages when possible. So SMS is super powerful during this Black Friday period. So I highly recommend sending 1 to 2 text messages a day on specific timings. And the ROI on this is insane. Next tip, use a lot of plain text emails. You will notice this in the full rundown of the emails that's in the guide. But plain text emails work amazing in 2025, and especially during sales events, because it's just a nice pattern interrupt from all the flashy emails. Plus, plain text emails tend to boost your email deliverability, or at least get a slightly better email deliverability and perform surprisingly well. And the bonus, they're quick and easy to create, making them perfect for when you're sending multiple emails a day. So when you have an in-house team, this period can be overwhelming, but if you include some plain text emails, it already reduces the workload for your designers, of course. So it's an effortless way to increase your volume without adding too much extra work. And the last tip is to extend your sales. So a lot of brands, they stop after Cyber Monday, creating a window of opportunity on the Tuesday and the Wednesday to squeeze out even more revenue. Now, next up is to update your email flows. So flows are just as important as your email campaigns during Black Friday, but they do need adjustments from the regular flows. So we want to speed them up, we want to add urgency, and we want to align every message with the specific offer that you have at that moment. So that means that you need to have 3 sets of flows. 1 set of flows for the early access deal, 1 for the Black Friday deal, and 1 for the Cyber Monday deal. So here's what you need to update. First of all, the welcome series flow. First of all, you need to update the sign-up form that's attached to it. So you want to make sure that the sign-up form on the store is updated to show your current Black Friday offer. So this attracts new subscribers specifically for that sale. And then you want to have a single welcome email that highlights the current offer, of course, and includes clear links to the product categories or the best sellers to drive traffic directly to your key product. Then the site abandonment flow. So one email sent 45 minutes after they've been on your website. So we just want to emphasize the offer that we have at that moment and want to encourage them to return to the store with direct links to the sales page or specific product categories. Because keep in mind, with the site abandonment flow, those people have been on your website but not on a product page. So we want to guide them towards the next step of the funnel. Then we have the browse abandonment flow, which will be 3 emails. Email 1 sent 30 minutes after the customer has viewed a product on your store. We want to remind them of the product that they viewed and want to remind them of the current offer that we have. So I want to keep it short but persuasive. Then 6 hours later, we want to send email 2. Urgency is the key thing here. Highlight that the offer isn't there for a long time anymore and want to encourage them to act now before it is too late. Then we have email 3, sent 18 hours after email 2. So that means 24 hours after email 1. Again, we want to remind them that the offer is for a limited time and want to mention that the stocks are running low. So we want to add urgency to encourage conversion. Then we have the cart and checkout abandonment flow. This again will be 3 emails. Email 1, 50 minutes after they added a product to their cart or started checkout. Remind them of what they left in their cart and the current offer that you have. 4 hours later already you want to send email 2. Again, want to push the urgency by emphasizing the offer and reminding that the cart is still waiting for them. And of course you can use an angle like, okay, stocks are running low on this product. 20 hours later, so again 24 hours later after email 1, you want to reinforce the offer that it's for a limited time, limited stocks, and create a strong sense of urgency. So again, a 3-part sequence should be getting the deal done for this offer. So these flow adjustments are designed to boost your conversion rates by adding urgency, by aligning with the offers that you have at that specific moment, and by timing your emails so you catch your audience while they're most likely to act. Super important to use specific flows, because otherwise if you just send your regular flows, typically you don't send multiple emails a day with your flows. So the flow is going to be too long for them to convert, and your flows probably will include some sort of discount, and you don't want to add up this discount to your current offer, for example. So that's why you need those adjusted flows. Now let's talk about what to do after Black Friday and Cyber Monday. So if you follow this framework, your Black Friday and Cyber Monday event should be a huge success. I can guarantee you that. But what happens next? Because the fun isn't over yet. First of all, of course, you want to turn off all your Black Friday, Cyber Monday flows and turn on your regular welcome flow and abandonment series. Now let's continue with getting more revenue in for your store. And why? Because it's the holiday/Christmas season. So after Black Friday, we still want to push for more sales. People are still looking for gifts for the holiday season, so it's time to squeeze out the most for even more revenue. So what I would recommend is to create a specific offer for your holiday sale. It should be different from your Black Friday or Cyber Monday deal. And you want to use the angle of gifting, because that's the most important thing at that moment. People are not necessarily going to buy for themselves, but it's just gifting what's important. So you want to use a lot of urgency around your shipping cutoff date, so people know when to shop to get their gifts in time, because that's what is super important for people at that moment. And this is probably going to continue until the 2nd or 3rd week of December, depending on your shipping cutoff date. And after the shipping cutoff date, of course, you can lower the intensity towards Christmas, which is going to be the last day of your holiday sale typically. And then after Christmas, it's finally time to cool down. So holiday sale is over, and it's time to cool down and to recover from the hectic period that you had. First of all, you want to check and suppress your segment. So revisit your exclusion segments, so the unengaged subscribers, the bounced emails, and those who marked your emails as spam, and suppress those segments. And this will protect your email reputation while moving forward. Tip number 2, return to your normal email frequency. So scale back to your regular schedule of 3 to 4 email campaigns per week, and avoid overwhelming your audience after the intense Black Friday and holiday season. The next tip, and this is super important, that's to hold off for any new promotions for the next 4 to 5 weeks. So you don't want to run any new promotions for the upcoming month. So basically until the end of January/early February. Your email list is fatigued, and sending them even more promotions is just going to annoy them. So instead, refocus your emails on value and entertainment, just like the campaign strategy before Black Friday, to re-engage your audience without pushing for discount. Now there's one important exclusion for this tip. So if you're active in, for example, the health niche, or the New Year's resolution angle is like super effective for your store, then of course it is important to run another sales event in the beginning of January. So if you're selling supplements, for example, or you are some kind of fitness brand, then of course you should use the angle of new year, new start, new me. And then you can use promotions to stimulate people to buy from you. So that's an important exclusion to keep in mind. So by taking all of these steps, you can maintain strong engagement, you can nurture your customer relationships, setting up yourself up and set yourself up for future success after the Black Friday rush. And that's it. This is the ultimate guide for a successful Black Friday and Cyber Monday season this year. If you follow this guide, I can guarantee you'll see better results than you ever had. So again, if you want to download the full guide that I've been going through, you can download it for 100% free by clicking on the link in the description. And make sure to subscribe to this channel for more valuable content on email marketing for e-commerce brands, because there's a lot more content coming up soon. So make sure to subscribe. Yeah, you subscribed? Cool. For now, I want to thank you for watching to this video, and I hope to see you in the next one.